What's up, guys? I'm Felix with the Phresh Phix, and I'm here with the one and the only Fix-It girl herself, Anna Drake.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. It's good to be with you.
Likewise.
You're one of my favorite people out here in the movement, so I'm very honored and happy to have you here with us today.
Thank you.
So I want to jump right into it and get your thoughts on a few things going on in the world with us today. So Malcolm X once said that the most unprotected, the most disrespected, and the most neglected person in America is the black woman. How do you feel about that statement being true to today's current events?
Malcolm X was 110% correct then, and it still applies today. I think when we speak about Breonna Taylor, and I talk about Breonna and many black women that have been, their lives have been lost due to police brutality, they have two things working against them in this world. They're black and they're women, right? And so I think I put it that this is a double-edged sword that black women always have. It's race and gender collides with the hard place, right? And so very true then, very true today. When you think about the world, there's just this hierarchy of where people fall in importance, and black women are often, if not always, at the bottom until the world needs something.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. Fix it, girls.
Right. They come in and clean it up.
So
Black
how do
women.
you think we can kind of combat that kind of narrative?
I think it's very important, one, for black women to tell their own stories, to use their own voices. And I think when white people are in positions of power, they need to elevate black women. They need to move out of the way and allow black women in the forefront, and not just as like, we have like this black person or white person.
The token.
Right, the token. No, I mean, you have black people at the table with no power, no influence, no ability, no voice.
Right.
So if you're really going to put a woman in leadership, then allow her to truly lead, and also allow her to lead before there's a crisis, right? Because black women are often, we're the cleanup women, right? And so you mess it up, and we've ruined this, and now the black woman come clean this up and fix it for us. And then after you do that, we'll take it back.
That's like our inception in this country, too.
Yeah.
So
clean it up, fix it, nurse us, make it all better, and do it for free.
Yeah.
Right.
Or less than your value.
Right. Do it less than your value.
Definitely.
Anyone else, they would pay to fix the crisis or fix the problem.
Right.
Black women are just expected to do it for free, and then be happy.
Well, they do it. So.
Right. And we do, and so that's where I always struggle. It's like I know inherently like what we're facing in the world. Black women could like fix this and like be home for lunch.
And they're making the lunch too.
Right, and we're making the lunch too. And then I struggle with always having to clean up everything. And I'm thinking, look, if you all just let a black woman be in charge, we could fix this like that.
I like the way you're thinking.
Yeah.
So you had mentioned telling your own story.
Yeah.
What do you feel the role social media is playing in this fight to kind of combat the directions that the media, the actual media, the news outlets are telling about the protest and the actions going on with the protest?
Right. So of course, you know, and this is I made a concerted effort when we started protesting. I know you've been protesting. I always, if I'm not out there, I'm watching your feed, because I know you're going to tell me the truth of what's happening. Our perspective. And so. So we watch how the narrative, this is what I tell people all the time, if people get nothing else out of the interview, take this, whoever controls the narrative has the power.
Period.
Right, period.
That's the biggest thing
that's
that people don't understand. Yes.
And so I was determined when the police say something, or when a government official says something, I'm going to come out and say the truth.
Just to correct.
Right, just to correct that really quickly.
That's really my motivation too. Like, you gotta combat.
You gotta combat that. You have to tell the truth, and people will paint the story. You know, oh, they're looting down there.
Yes.
Everyone's going wild.
But they won't say that you trapped us at Fort Street for 4 hours, so we didn't have no choice but to crack some windows.
Yeah, or you tear gas.
Yes, innocent people. I got tear gas too the same day for dropping off water.
Right.
Crazy.
And so if we're gonna tell, one thing I tell people all the time, look, if you're gonna tell the story, tell the whole story.
Tell it all.
Tell it all. You know, don't leave out the parts that aren't glowing. If you're gonna tell the whole story, tell the whole story. The truth of the matter is, many of us, even before any looting and not even looting really, but breaking windows or whatever, spray paint happened, we're minding our own business protests.
Definitely.
And then here comes the tear gas out of nowhere.
And there
For
comes
no
the panic
reason.
and the
Yeah.
reckless behavior because
Right.
we're confused and we're scared
Right.
and we're running and getting shot.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
a lot of people didn't come for that.
A lot of people didn't come for that at all, and so, and I think when people think about that and think about what happened in the city, you have to think that the people in positions of power here you essentially declared a war on residents of this city.
Right.
Who are not equipped for war, who are
Right.
not dressed for war, who aren't walking around with AK-47s and all of that
Right.
for war, weaponry.
Right.
We're just walking around with signs and
Sitting
water
ducks.
and milk
And they're having a field day.
and you have put us up against soldiers,
Yes.
people who are trained
Literal soldiers.
for combat. We ain't trained for all that.
Exactly.
We're out here just trying to do what we can do as a regular group of people to survive and to demand justice. And you do all of this, all because people are saying you can't abuse black people anymore.
It's so crazy to me. It's so crazy to me. I've marched
Right.
for the teachers. I've
Right.
marched for women's rights. I've marched for gay rights.
Come
and
on.
I've never been attacked for what we're marching for. This is the
Yeah.
only thing where I've been physically
Right.
and mentally abused
Abused.
for saying no. And it's like so.
For saying enough is
Yeah,
enough.
it's
and
very
now
overwhelming.
magically
It's very overwhelming.
we must tear gas everybody down here, and when you reduce it down to its irreducible essence, that's what it is.
Yeah.
You are doing this because a group of people said enough is enough.
Exactly.
But when I think about it, this country has gone to war, to own slaves. Like
Literally.
people you literally went to war for the right to own black people. So this is nothing new. America always repeats itself.
Yeah,
And here we
it
are
really
again.
does, and that's the
Yeah.
sad part about it because
Right.
they boast themselves as the land of the free and brave,
Right.
and all they do is run back to their comfort zone,
Run
which
right
is
back to it.
hatred.
Yeah,
And
so
that's-
here we are.
We're ending it.
Yeah.
So I know for me, my go-to song when I'm getting ready and I'm getting my wig on, I'm getting out there. And my song is Formation. That's the song that gets me
I love
out.
Formation.
So what song gets Hannah Drake pumped up to get out in the street?
Probably Formation
That's right.
gets me
Queen
high.
bee.
I love Beyonce. I love everything that she stands for.
She's really using her platform
She
to
is.
elevate
She's
that
doing it
conversation.
the right way,
Yeah.
I believe. And one thing I learned from Beyonce is Beyonce says it and then goes on about her business.
Yes.
She's not going to explain why I said that.
Can't check her.
Sorry you feel that way about it.
Yeah.
She just
She's
says
not worried
it.
about endorsements
She's not.
and anything. Yeah.
And she has gotten to a position in her career where she can say pretty much whatever she wants.
Yeah.
And who's going to check Beyonce? No one can check Beyonce.
Nobody.
And that's where I strive to, well, I'm not even striving to get there. I've made a decision.
Same.
Right? I'm going to say what I want to say.
Consciously, I've been
Yeah.
trying to do that the last year and a
Right.
half with my life and my career. So
Yeah,
very purposeful
right.
with boss and everything
Right.
else. You know that I do. Like I try to lean black, and
Yeah.
y'all gonna like it or not.
And if you don't like it, fine. And if you do like it, great.
Great.
But I'm not going to apologize for it. I'm not going to shrink it. I'm not going to minimize it. I'm not going to anything.
Right.
Because here's the thing. You are literally killing black people in their homes, in the street. The officer the Chauvin or whatever in Minneapolis, you literally put your knee on a man's neck for at least almost 10 minutes, 8 minutes,
8 to 10
46
minutes, yeah.
seconds. And we're just supposed to accept it. I'm supposed to apologize and change what I say and how I
And then
speak.
they vilify it.
Right.
after
Yeah,
they do
after that.
And
Like,
that's so crazy,
I'm wrong.
too.
You're wrong.
Yeah.
How dare you be upset?
Yeah.
How dare you be upset in Louisville that a 26-year-old woman was shot in her home? I'm just going to say a bad word.
Let it out.
Are
This is
you
my
kidding
site.
me?
Let it out.
You're kidding me, because that could easily be you. That could easily be me.
Yes, for sure.
That could easily be your mother.
I talk about that with Kyle all the time.
Right.
I try to purposely stay away from getting locked up because I know they would have a field day.
Have a
You know
field
what I'm
day,
saying? So like
you
it's
know?
something that we have to think
Yeah.
about and we have to keep on the back of our brains. And I don't think a lot of people realize we have to think that way. You know what I mean?
Enough is enough.
Yeah.
Enough is enough. So, and truthfully, where I'm at, and I try to explain to people, when you have oppressed people for so long, and Louisville has polite racism here, right? Real polite racism.
I'm not
Not
racist,
hard
but
racism.
racist, but
And I really me personal, I didn't care about your street or your window or your any.
Fuck the building.
Fuck the building.
Fuck
Like
them buildings.
somebody, a 26-year-old girl is dead in her home.
For not
and
being-
y'all weren't screaming about that,
Exactly.
but you want me to care about the Omni. Fuck the Omni.
Fuck the
You know what I'm saying?
So you mentioned it ends here.
Yeah.
How does it end? How do you see the future? What is next for the movement, and how do we kind of like get back to some sense of normalcy?
Well, one, I don't think we'll ever go back to normal. And when people say go back to normal, it's typically white people, and white people want to go back to a sense of comfort, right? It was never safe for black people to walk in particular neighborhoods. You know, it was never safe for black people to drive in particular neighborhoods, even some of their own neighborhoods.
Right.
You know, you have even here in Louisville at Kroger, 2 black people killed simply for being black in Kroger. So what part of normal do you want to go back to when people say that? I check them on. It's like make America great again. To me, like at what point? At what
When
point,
was it great?
When was it ever great for everybody? And when was normal the norm for everybody? When you had people calling 911 on black people for barbecue, for bird watching, for walking, for breathing, for anything that you want to do. So I think now it will just be a transition to a change, and hopefully it will be through policy. Is the way this world works. And what I like seeing is that there's so many of us realizing that there's certainly more of us than the police. And if we stand together, we can bring down any system. You know, and then in order to bring down a system, white people that benefit from that system have to want to bring it down.
Definitely.
Because it's easy, even not like, I'm not going to say anything because I benefit from this. You know, you need to recognize I benefit from this, yes, but I understand that I need to help you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So where can people find you? What you got going on next? Like, tell us what's going on in the world of Hannah Drake.
Well, always on social media, my Facebook.
You're very active.
I am.
I keep up
So
with you.
my Facebook is Hannah Drake, and I have a fan page for a lot of my writing, so it's Hannah L. Drake.
Okay.
And then my Instagram and Twitter is Hannah Drake 628, which is my birthday, June 28th. My birthday is this.
So we said happy birthday to you.
So if I get a day of rest, that's another thing. And even you, with all that you do, rest.
I'm trying.
You know, self-care has gotten co-opted and often co-opted by white people, right? And so now self-care is like, oh, I'm going to make like a $50 bath bomb or something. You know, it's but sometimes self-care is just sitting in the stillness and in the quiet.
I love that.
And that's okay. But take that time because sadly, I tell people this all the time, the work will be there.
Yeah.
Racism's not going to end today.
Definitely not.
You know, racism's not going to, end only because if you don't take a break. You know, it's going to be here. It's going to be here because people just continue to plant the seeds, and that's why people ask me all the time, will racism go away? And I say, no, it's never going to go away because people continue to plant it.
Right.
So it's not going to go anywhere. But we can certainly mitigate some of the things that come along with that with policy. So I for one, am big on, and this is, I think, a new age of activism that I see where not just a marching, there are a lot of people marching, and then show me that FOP collective bargaining agreement. Let me read.
Right.
You know, let me go through this.
A lot of people are getting hip to
the game and the law and the so this doesn't make any sense. Why can the police go in someone's home on a no-knock warrant? That makes sense because how do you say on one hand you can defend your home if someone comes in your home, and then you have a no-knock warrant. If someone comes in my home, I'm putting the heat on it, you know, and so then they try to get Kenneth Walker for attempted murder. Well, he's doing what anybody would do if you come.
He had every right
to do that, and so those two things are juxtaposed. You can't have them both, so you need to decide: are you going to allow people to defend their homes, or do you want the police to be able to bust in your home anytime they want to? And so then they, cease the no-knock warrants here, and that's how you start with policies. So I think it's marching, I think it's policies, I think it's all of the things working together.
Just what we've been doing.
Right, keep it up. Keep it up. Keep the pressure on them, because many people believe, oh, they're going to march for a little bit and then we'll give them a little bit of something and then it's over and then they'll go back to. And I think this is a time that I've seen. I feel like there is no turning back. You do
We
not.
can't. It's too awake.
It's too awake, and
You know
I don't
what I
know
mean?
if the
Like around the
coronavirus
world.
helped that.
It definitely did. People had no choice
People
but
had
to
no
see
choice
it.
but to see.
You can't turn away from
No.
yourself, and you had to internalize that pain and that
Yep.
fear, and it just put you in the street.
So,
So
there is no going back, and I hope this will be a turning point.
yes.
You know, America, the people in America, you have a choice. This is a choice. Like, this doesn't have to be. People like, oh, well, we just have to be racist because we got to be racist.
Right.
No, you don't.
You don't.
You know, you can create policies that are not oppressive. You can, because you created policies to be oppressive. You know what I mean? And so you can do the opposite of that if America truly wants to, and that means releasing power. And sadly, most people don't just give up power. You have to take it from them.
Right.
And I don't mind taking it. I'm here to snatch it off.
Well, Hannah Drake, my friend, I thank you for this
Thank
very,
you.
very powerful conversation
Thank
with
you.
you.
Thank
It's
you
very
for all that
inspiring.
you're doing.
Thank you for seeing me. Thank
Yes.
you for encouraging me. You've been such a big part of my position in this movement. You
Thank you.
encourage me and you inspire me every day. So I really thank you for being here with us. I'm Felix with the Phresh Phix, and thank you guys for watching.